Can you question at the end to check you've listened? When many of us went to school, we didn't have teaching assistants, so I thought I'd talk a bit about what we do. We care. We care for the 6-year-old with a grazed knee or the 16-year-old crying over exam stress. We build relationships. Kids who find it hard to cope know they can trust us to get them through the day. We help the kids who find the work too hard or too easy to learn at their own level. Teachers don't have time to do everything. Make no mistake, we're vital to the education of your kids. The funding crisis means at my school we've lost 10% of the teachers and gone from 27 down to 6 teaching assistants. We have maths classes of 35 and ridiculously a PE class of 52. Our Tory MP has never brought cuts up as a problem. In fact, she voted for them. Our kids deserve better and we deserve a decent MP. Yes. The Tories don't mind harming individuals, but does anyone think we're going to get richer by not educating the next generation? Yeah. Labour understands investing in our future will pay back. Schools can no longer help the kids who need it most. Some will fall through the net and cost fortunes in youth services, health and criminal justice. There is no sane rationale for these cuts. Pupils are also suffering from an exam factory culture. Pressure is exerted by the government through schools to our kids. I used to spend too much of my time teaching kids maths they couldn't learn. Then came Michael Gove's reforms and things got vastly worse. Because of the emphasis placed on academic results, pupils in the lower sets often have internalised the idea that they're stupid. I recently did a test with a girl. She got 3 out of 50 marks. That's not education, that's a psychological punishment beating. Our children are being built up to fail, they're being set up to fail. Pupils are learning less, so the government fiddles the figures. You can get a level 4 C grade GCSE maths pass with only 17% of the marks. Parliament's own Education Select Committee reported high stakes SATs are damaging teaching and learning in primary schools. What were you worried about when you were 10? Rubik's Cubes, hula hoops, Pokemon? Shockingly, nearly half of 10-year-olds are worrying they'll let their parents down in their SATs tests. It's just got to stop. PISA studies show kids feel more academic anxiety in this country than in almost any other developed country. In case anyone thinks the pressure helps the pupils achieve, countries like Finland and Holland have some of the least stressed pupils and best results. Depression and anxiety have increased 70%, and the system piling on the pressure tells the struggling kids they should be more resilient. We need to fund schools properly, to listen to the experts, bring joy back into education and crucially allow teachers to educate, not just teach to the test. This callous Tory government is stealing our kids' futures. Does anyone think we need to get them out of office? Yes! Does anyone think we need to get Jennifer and Paul elected and a Labour MP in South East Cornwall? Yes! Oh, and while we're about it, shall we get Jeremy Corbyn into number 10 Downing Street? Yes! We can and we will. Let's make it happen. Yes.